Okay, it's Thursday, November the 2nd. It's 52 degrees outside. It's time to make my mom's magic square recipe. She passed away about 66 days ago, and she would have been making these today on a cold day like this. So here we go. Okay, here's my idea. I thought of this last night. I was like, it's just there to help take it out. I was like, I can save a lot of butter. You don't have to use any butter. So here's what I did. Works pretty good. We'll see. I mean, it's the same thing. We'll see if it's just as good. Okay, I decided I wanted more graham crackers. So what I did is I went and crushed a couple more graham crackers and added about 1/4 of a stick of butter to it. And I crushed it in that plastic bag right there. And I mixed it all together. So there it is. I'll add that to the graham crackers I already have. Okay, there it is. I put the crushed crumbs on top of the graham crackers, and that's got butter in it. So it's not rocket science, so I think it'll work. I'm not shooting this to the moon, so if it falls apart when I'm cutting it, okay, a plate will just do just fine. Okay, that seems like that should work. Now time to add all the ingredients. My mom had a half a bag of chocolate chips left over from the last time she made these. So that's how I'm going to measure it. I'm putting her bag of chocolate chips in there to half a bag, 1 cupful. Next, butterscotch. Okay, that's perfect. Her chocolate chips completely made this one pan of magic squares perfectly. So now I got to add the butterscotch to it. That was a perfect amount. I went a little bit lighter on the butterscotch because they can overpower the chocolate. So I only used a half a cup of those. Okay, I put the butterscotch in now, but I only used about a half a cup because the butterscotch can overpower the chocolate. So it's got 50% less butterscotch than it has chocolate chips in there. So now I'm ready for the coconut. The coconut is going to go on top of all of this. Then milk, the sweetened milk. Getting ready to go into the oven. Okay, there's the coconut. The ingredients I have for the coconut, I can make this twice. Most of the other things I can use 3 times, maybe 4 times. So I can make this 2 or 3 or 4 times. Quite a few times. Okay, that's the last ingredient right here. I haven't put it on yet. Condensed milk. And that'll be ready to go into the oven. Okay, I used about half of it. I don't want to put too much. Her order makes double this, so I'm not going to put an entire can of sweetened milk in there. That'd be too much. So, anyways, it's about half. I don't know what I'm going to do with the other half. Okay, it's ready to go into the oven. It's all ready to go in about 30 minutes. If it needs 5 more minutes, I will let it go another 5 minutes. Remember, we're not cooking this, we're just heating it up and melting it together. 320 degrees. Okay, it's cooking. My dial only goes up to 30 minutes. It says 35, so it might need another 5 minutes. So it's in there. And P.S. Cracker is playing on the radio. My mom was 84 years old, but for some reason, Cracker was one of her favorite groups. Yes, they were. She loved to hear Cracker on the radio or when I played them. Hey, that's 15 minutes right now. And I just looked, it's not getting burnt, so that's good. So remember, we're not cooking it, we're just melting it together. That's 15 minutes. Another 15 minutes and maybe another 5 after that. Okay, it's done. And it's not burnt. Okay, I cooked it 35 minutes and it did not get burnt at all on the top. Okay, it's finished. Looks pretty good, doesn't look burnt. Maybe a little bit in the back, but I don't think that's burnt. It's probably just fine. Next time I could try lowering the temperature just a little bit. Maybe 20 degrees, maybe 10 degrees. Probably got to make it 3 or 4 more times with the ingredients I got. Okay, this is my second piece. The first piece I had a hard time getting it out. The taste is 100% the same as my mom's. The bottom is probably not as good. It's like falls apart on the bottom. The graham cracker. I mean, most of it came out. I don't know. Maybe I needed to use more butter. But the taste is 100% there. Okay, my mom's friend Martha was riding by on a bicycle and I saw her. So I said, hey, come up here and see what I did wrong with this. So she came up here and she said, I probably cooked it too long and I should not have skimped on the butter. So, anyways, together, me and her, we had about 3 or 4 pieces. So it wasn't that bad. It didn't taste bad. And so that's going to be my piece for tomorrow. And I'm going to give her this piece right here. Oh, she forgot her sunglasses here. And I'm just going to put it inside of there and give it to her. So, anyways, I have enough stuff left over to make this 4 times. So I'm going to cook it less and we'll see. It'll come out different next time. Okay, I used a half a stick of butter this time, not a quarter of a stick. My mom made a full pan, which is double this amount. She used 1 stick. This time I used less butterscotch because I felt like it was overpowering the chocolate. Now I don't have any chocolate chips, so I'm just using, I'll show you, that. Same thing. I'm chopping it down. Smaller than that. Okay, I used 1/2 of the special dark chocolate right there. Well, looks like every single place that I bite into is going to have both chocolate and butterscotch, so it should be just fine. Last thing is to add the coconut, and I shall be done, ready to cook. I think I know why they call this 7-layer cake. I think it's got about 7 layers right now. It's going to have one more coconut on top of that. Then it'll be 7 layers. Okay, there it is. I did it a lot faster today, and it looks more like my mom's looked in the beginning before she cooked it. I'm heating the oven up right now, and I guess that's why they call it 7-layer cake. So it looks like about 7 layers. And I don't think it will burn as much this time. I'm going to watch it more with a flashlight. Well, it's been cooking for about 20 minutes now, and it's not getting burnt. It's not getting burnt any more than hers looked. A little toasty on top. I think that's the way it's supposed to look, but not burnt. Okay, it's finished. And I didn't burn it this time. I don't want to pull out too far. I want it to flip over. No, it's not burnt this time, and I'm letting the heat out. I don't want it to keep on cooking. I don't want it to keep on cooking and get burnt. That was over 30 minutes. It's done. Well, here it is. I'd say it's a lot better. It's definitely not burnt this time. This time I did it. It's perfect. Tastes just like my mom's. Just like hers. Took me 2 times, and I have enough stuff left over to do it 2 more times.